So this series of skating drills, this is something that you can do either before practice as warm up. You can do it after practice. It's a real easy transition from one drill to the next in terms of progressing it and increasing the difficulty. And again, this is something that I do myself because as a coach, a lot of the time I'm focused on what my players are doing. I don't often have a lot of time just to maintain my own skill set. So if I have a few minutes either before or after practice when guys are warming up or getting off the ice, sometimes I'll just rip through these real quick. But these are kind of an all-encompassing series, great for your edges, great for your body control, and they all kind of stick to the same pattern. So the first one are going to be on 2 feet, and I'm going to start off doing a glide turn. If I'm starting off to the left, this foot, my inside foot's on the outside edge. Okay, this foot's going to be on its inside edge. And I'm going to roll, like if there's a cone that I'm going to be turning around, I want to keep my eyes on that cone for the first turn. So I'm going to turn inside. So my edges are going to switch. So again, if I'm turning to my left foot on the outside edge, right foot on the inside edge, and I want to try to keep my shoulders level, so I'm going to be leaning on my left hip. Okay, that way I'm not dipping my shoulder. When I make that transition backwards, I want my edges to switch, and my outside edge becomes my inside edge becomes outside when I'm backwards. Also, my hips have to shift sides. So if I was leaning on my left hip, now I have to push out and lean on my right hip when I'm backwards, and we're gonna add in an extra turn. So we're gonna end back to the way we started going forward, where we're turning to the left, and that's gonna bring us back into the middle, and then it's gonna repeat to the opposite side, going to our right. And again, you can go through that, you know, once, twice, 3 times, you know, however many you feel like doing to get a good handle. It's not something you have to go a million miles an hour at. It's just an easy way to work on those rotations, work on those edges biting, and again, work, especially, this is the most important part, is those hips shifting sides, going from leaning in my left, if I'm turning left, to turning right, where I'm leaning on my right hip, and then back to left. And then the next progressions are going to be kind of the same thing, except we're going to be doing it off of 1 foot. So it's going to start off, I'm turning to my left. If I'm on my left foot, it's going to go outside edge, like a 3 turn. I'm going to pivot to my inside edge, going backwards, do 1 more pivot, and I'm going to end back on my outside edge, cross my feet. I'm going to try to get square back to where I started. So I'm going to cross over, step to my right foot. So as soon as I step on that outside edge, it just repeats itself. Outside edge, outside edge, crossing over, stepping on the opposite foot. And again, I can repeat that as many times. And the last progression is the same thing, except we're starting on the inside edge. So it goes inside edge, and then I have that pivot, and then I'm going to turn and again catch my inside edge again. And this time, instead of crossing over, it's just going to be a push and switch to my opposite leg. Thanks for watching. Like I said in the beginning, myself and Coach Veach, we're both full-time coaches, so we do have a little bit of stuff going on outside of what we're doing here on YouTube, but we are going to be a little more consistent. Our goal is to put up a new video on YouTube on a weekly basis, so make sure you subscribe. If you found the video helpful, feel free to like it. If you want to leave a comment, anything that you guys want us to make a video about, feel free. Our email is reachhockey2018@gmail.com. You can also reach us there. We're also on Instagram as well. So feel free to contact us using any one of those mediums if you have a request or a question, and we'll see you guys next time.